I want to talk to you about absence management. This is a quick overview of absence management, which is how, as a substitute, you pick up your jobs. When you are entered into the system as a substitute, you will be sent, I will send out an email to you with your numerical login and PIN. Your numerical login and PIN is only for if you are calling into absence management from your telephone. The PIN number is actually your employee ID number in case you ever are asked what your employee ID number is. That will be your PIN. It'll be a 5-digit PIN number. That is your employee ID number. It is what your numerical PIN is. Very soon after you get the email from me, you will get an email from Frontline that tells you to create a username and password. That username and password will be what you use to log in through the web browser. To get to absence management, you'll have a link in the emails that are sent to you, but if you can't remember, it is www.asoponline.com in your browser bar, and go to sign in. It'll look like what you see on the left-hand side there. If you forget your login, you can have the trouble, click the having trouble signing in or I forgot my PIN or password buttons, and those will help you recover your password. So once you log in, the screen looks like this. It's a little bit bigger than this actually, but what you'll see is the 3 months of a calendar, and you'll see that first tab on the underneath the calendar says available jobs. It will have whatever jobs are available there that you can pick up. If you are somebody who has said you'd like to be a teacher and an IA and clerical, you will see whatever jobs you have specified that you would like to take or that you are available to take. So if you want to accept a job, you just click that accept button over there on the right-hand side, and you will be instantly put into that job. The details are there underneath. It'll tell you on the left-hand side where you can see date. It says Barker Bob. It will tell you the teacher's name. It will tell you the date of the assignment. It will tell you the time of the assignment, the duration of the day of the assignment, and the location. So it'll tell you the school. The telephone icon that you can see, you will get the school's main line. The little pin icon will take you to a map if you need to get directions to a school. So once you hit accept, you are expected to show up at the time it tells you to report. In Manassas City with our substitutes, we only pay subs by the half day or the whole day. If you accept a job that is less than half a day, which would be 4 hours, you need to report and stay for the whole 4 hours. So it is never a 2-hour job, although the teacher may have put it in there as 2 hours because that's actually tracking their leave, how long they're going to be out. You are going for either 4 hours or 8 hours for a job. So don't think just because the job says 2 or 3 hours that's all you're staying at the school. You are not. You are there for the half day or the whole day. Sometimes it will be half day morning or a half day PM. The school will find something else for you to do. You are being paid for that time, so you are expected to work for that time. If you are confused about the time, the best way to go is to call the substitute coordinator for the school. That information, all the substitute coordinators and their schools and phone numbers are in the handbook, the employee handbook, which is online on the mcpsva.org website. You would go to substitute with us. It's a drop down on the right-hand side in the red. Click on that link. It will take you to the page where you can access the handbook. So if you hit reject, you can see that reject. It takes that job off your list. Not only does it take it out of your view, you cannot then be put into it. If a school calls you and says, hey, can you come in for this job, but you've rejected it, they're going to have to call me to put you into that job, because once you reject it, the system says you're not available for that at all anymore. Yes, you can get to the school and take that job if they ask you to, but then there's some, my thought is that you don't hit reject ever. Just let it sit there. You're not taking that job. It's okay for it to sit there in your view. So that is my warning on the reject button. This is a key point here. You're going to have more questions than this presentation is going to give you. I am always available. If you hit that question bar mark on the bar, you will get the information to get to me. But if you hit down at the bottom where it says frontline support, that's going to take you to all kinds of training and videos to help you understand your page better. There are things that you can put in where you can tell the system if you want to be called, or if you want to go in and look for the jobs yourself, you can turn off the calling. You can put in when you don't want to work a day, you can put in non-work days so that the schools won't call you and the system won't call you on the days you can't pick up jobs that you don't want to work. I suggest very much that you go to that frontline support part and learn more about your page, your page for absence management. You can mess around in there. It's very hard to mess anything up when you log in. You can mess around, check things out. If you're one of those people who likes to learn on your own, that's fine, but I recommend hitting up those tutorials. They will definitely put you on the right track. You can access absence management on the phone. Like I said, that numerical login and PIN that you first get from your first email, that is what you would use if you call the 1-800-942-3767 number. And again, all this information will come to you with the email. You'll have this information in that email as well as this presentation. So when the system calls you, if the job hasn't been filled by another substitute 2 days before the absence is scheduled to start, the system is going to automatically begin to call you. It calls you at 5 in the morning. That's why I tell you, you might want to learn where the turn off calling section is, because you can modify the times that you are called. When the system calls you, it's only going to offer you one job at a time. So it will continue to call you. That's why I suggest sometimes logging into absence management if you know you want to work, because then you see all the available jobs without having to listen to phone calls one by one. Now, very important, when the system calls you at 5 a.m., and I believe it's going to be a 1888 number, you have to say hello. Otherwise, the system doesn't think you've answered and it cancels the call. So please say a loud and clear hello when you pick up the phone. When the system calls you, you're going to listen to the available jobs. It's very robotic sounding. You're going to have choices, whether you want to hear the available jobs, if you don't want it to call you anymore today. It has a lot of choices that you need to listen to because you will be pressing buttons to make choices. So we really hope you have a great time being a substitute with us. If you ever have any questions, I am available. I am the systems administrator for absence management as well. So any help you need with it, I am happy to help you. If you'd like to have a Zoom meeting with me sometime and I can show you live, which is what we used to do. These COVID times are a little bit different, but if you'd like to do a Zoom meeting with me, I am happy to show you all sorts of tricks of the trade there in your absence management account. I am happy to help whenever you need. So thank you and really enjoy your time with us.